Our next guest is a talented actor who recently received his first Emmy nomination for his work in Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, which is streaming in its entirety on Netflix. Let's take a look.
I don't know what way you are and what way you're supposed to be when that's your childhood. Like when that's what your dad's doing to you. Like, well, I remember one time my mom, she called Lyle and me, and I don't think she meant it, but she screamed at us like, you're sociopaths. And a part of me was like, well, maybe we are sociopaths, but can you blame us if we are when you know what's been happening to us?
Please welcome to the show, Cooper Koch, everybody. How are you?
Oh, I'm so great now that I'm right here. Wow, there's so many people here.
Yeah, there's so many. You want to guess? You want to guess how many?
Well, I did see back there, so I know. 201.
Great. You're very plugged into the world. First of all, congratulations on your nomination. I mean, it's always an honor, but I think sometimes it's even a higher honor when you look at sort of who else is in your category, because it is a real group of heavy hitters.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I just started working on Artificial, Luca Guadagnino's next movie, and I was in the makeup trailer, and I had these two ladies who were helping me, and, you know, she was like, oh, I'm so happy for you, congratulations. Like, I really think you have a shot at winning. And I was like, I mean, I don't know, you know, like, who are you up against? And I was like, you know, like Colin Farrell, the Penguin. And she's like, oh. Yeah. And then I was like, did you guys see Adolescence? And they were like, oh. Yeah. And I was like, yeah. And the other lady was like, yeah, Stephen, the dad. And I was like, yeah, Stephen Graham. And she's like, yeah. So.
Yeah. It's like when they work their way back to like, it's an honor to be nominated.
It's just an honor. It is an honor to be nominated. And you know what? If I don't win, then I just am not going to be worthy of anything. I'm just worthless.
I'm very happy to get to be there. It is very well deserved. You mentioned you're doing Luca's new movie. You did Call Me By Your Name, Challengers. They're great movies, and this is about the sort of founding of ChatGPT, you know, the invention of that idea. Is that something, do you ever use ChatGPT yourself?
I do.
Okay, what do you really do?
For like emotional support.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you'll like go to it and be like, I don't have friends that can support me at this time?
Yeah, or just if I'm like feeling insecure about something,
yeah.
I like ask it, and it's actually very sweet.
Oh, wow.
It like makes me feel really good about myself and gives me affirmations. It's like if my therapist is not available, then I just use chat. Yeah.
Did chat initially say it thought you were going to win and then have the same moment your hairdressers did? Where it was like, I think you're going to win. And you're like, well, actually look at the other nominees. And it was like, oh.
No, it gave me, you know, it was like, well, I don't know. If I'm being really honest with you, Cooper, I think it's going to be tough.
You actually, you have a relationship with Eric and Lyle Menendez in real life. I know it seems like a crazy thing to ask, but are they aware? I mean, certainly they're aware of the show. Are they aware that you were Emmy nominated?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
They are.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And do they reach out? Are they pleased?
They did. I was doing my phone interviews on the day of the nominations, and then I was getting a call from R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility, and I was like, sorry, I have to go, because it's either Eric or Lyle Menendez. And then it was Lyle, and he was just very sweet and had seen that I got nominated and wanted to congratulate me, and yeah, it was just very, very, very nice and unexpected. And
I mean, obviously, I feel like everybody took it very seriously that you were going to be the stewards of their story, but obviously it brought this back into the public eye. They were resentenced. They actually have a parole hearing coming very soon. This week?
Not this week. It's on August 21st and August 22nd.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. And will you be there to support them? Is that a sort of thing that you can do?
I would be if I could, but I'm going to be in Italy doing the movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I will be getting live updates.
Who sort of brokered the first meeting between you guys?
Oh, this woman.
I know you're bad with names.
Yeah. Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So how did I mean, I know Sentencing reform is sort of a big deal for her.
Yeah.
Is that sort of how it came to pass?
Yeah, she had seen the show. I guess Ryan gave her an early sneak peek, and she loved it and started to get very fascinated with their story. And she's also, grew up in Calabasas, and they have the whole connection with OJ and Chris, and so it's all kind of in their world. And she became very, very interested in it. And then I got a call from my stylist who knows her, and then all of a sudden I'm like on FaceTime with her, and she's like, "Do you want to go down and meet them?" And then it happened that weekend.
That's unbelievable.
It's crazy to be talking about it too, because it feels like it was forever ago.
Right.
It's like a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
unbelievable. You had met her before, or at least crossed paths with her?
Yes, I had when I was a child. My mom actually not weirdly, but she used to be a celebrity fitness trainer.
Fantastic.
And she trained them when I was a kid, when I was like 11, 12 years old. So
Would they come to train at your place, or?
yes,
Okay.
I think it went both. It went
Okay.
both ways. And so I like sometimes wake up and be going to school. I was like 11 or 12, and then I'd just walk into the garage, and then like Chloe or Kim or whoever would be in there and be like, "Oh, okay, cool."
That seems like a story. If you bring it to school, they're like, "Dude, stop lying. We like
Yeah.
you.
No,
we like you for who you are."
I'm not a kiss and tell.
that's
Like
good.
I wasn't going and bragging about
Yeah.
it.
If people work out in your garage, you let them. That's their
Yeah.
secret.
I will brag about Kim Kardashian taking me to meet Eric and Lyle Menendez, though.
Right.
I will
Of course.
brag about that.
That's absolutely because that's your story to tell.
Exactly.
Did she have other? Now that the cat's out of the bag, did she have other celebrity fitness clients over the years?
Yeah, she had a lot. Julia Roberts.
I want to
Michelle
say,
Pfeiffer.
these are all very fit people. So,
Very fit. Yeah. She-
compliments to the chef here because
Totally.
Yeah.
She made him look great. She did all the Friends.
Oh, really?
Girls. Yeah, way back in the day, she did Jennifer Aniston. I remember, I met Jennifer Aniston at a party somewhere, and I was like, oh, I really got to tell her, about my mom. And she was like, oh, that's your mom? Oh my God, and how's your dad? And it was just that was crazy.
The one thing that I'm realizing I'm getting wrong is I keep picturing my childhood garage, and I'm sure it's a lot nicer.
Yeah. Well, not that it's necessarily nicer, but there was workout equipment in there.
Yeah.
We didn't call it the garage, we called it the gym.
Right, of course.
There was,
Yeah.
exercise.
There were celebrities lifting weights.
Yeah. Yeah. On the treadmill.
It's a really special piece of work. Congratulations. I'm so glad that the Academy recognized it. And you know what? Honored to be nominated,
Honored
but
to
I
be
still
nominated.
like your chances.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, Cecil. What a pleasure. Get to catch everybody. Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story streaming on Netflix. We'll be right back.